What if your money could disappear overnight? I'm not kidding. The Federal Reserve, the heart of America's financial system, is under attack. Hackers, foreign powers, even battle inside the Fed itself are shaking its foundation. And if it falls, your savings, your paycheck, your future could vanish in an instant. Stick around because what I am about to show you will blow your mind. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. This is a place where hidden battles, bizarre science, and the strangest corner of history comes to light. Now let's pull back the curtain on America's money machine and why it could be crumbling right under your feet. The Fed isn't just some boring government office. It is the beating heart of America's economy. It decides how much money flows, it sets interest rates, it keeps the banks alive. Without the Fed, the US economy collapses, and with it, so does your financial life. Now, here is the scary part. The Fed is already under attack right now, from outside as well as from inside. Let me show you the first attack, one that almost brought the system crashing down. In 2016, the Fed was hit with cyber attack, so bold it could have rewritten history. Hackers tried to steal nearly $1 billion. And the crazy part, they almost pulled it off. By the time anyone noticed, $81 million had already vanished, gone. Now imagine that happening again. Imagine opening a bank account tomorrow and finding nothing but zero. That's a nightmare the Fed is fighting to prevent. But the hackers aren't the only threat, because outside America, a new storm is rising. Here's what almost no one tells you. The Fed doesn't just control America's money, it controls the world's money. For decades, the global economy has run on dollars. You want to purchase oil? Trade in dollars. International debt? In dollars. Trade between nations? In dollars. The US currency is the lifeblood of the planet. But that grip is slipping. Countries are quietly rebelling. China, Russia, and the BRICS alliance are pushing to create a system without the dollar. Even US allies are hedging the bets, stockpiling gold, cutting side deals with China, preparing for a world where America is no longer the financial king. If the dollar loses its throne, life in America changes instantly. Gas prices explode, groceries skyrockets, electronic costs double, and your savings, they shrink before your eyes. But while the world turns it back on dollar, the Fed is already fighting a war inside its own walls. Behind the marble walls of the Fed, the tension is boiling. Recently, a fiery battle broke between Fed Governor Lisa Crook and other members. The fight over whether the decisions were saving the economy or slowly killing it. Voices were raised, accusations flew. Some wanted higher rates to crush inflation, others warned that the economy would collapse under the weight of those decisions. No one could agree. Think about that for a second. The people steering the world's most powerful system, the same people who controls your money, are at war with each other over what to do next. And while they argue inside, the political firestorm outside is threatening to burn the whole house down. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump has been poking the Fed for years. He called its leader clueless, accused them of destroying America, demanded they bow to his vision. And behind the scenes, he hinted at reshaping the Fed completely, putting loyalists in charge, tearing up its independence, and rewriting the rules of America's money machine. Now picture this, a Fed already wobbling from cyber attack, global rebellion, and internal fight, suddenly pulled into political warfare. That's like balancing on tightrope in the middle of a hurricane. And then someone lights the rope on fire. And when it snaps, it won't be the powerful who fall first. It will be you. Your saving, your retirement, your future. But the Fed says it has a solution. Except this solution might be even more dangerous. They call it digital dollars. No paper, no coin. Just instant payment on your phone. Sleek and modern. The Fed is selling it as convenient, fast, safe. And there is a dark side. Once your money is digitalized, every transaction you make is traceable. Every trip to the grocery stores, every swipe at the gas stations, every late night Amazon orders, it's not just data, that's power. Imagine this, the government doesn't like where you spend your money on. Click, your account freezes. Once you donate to a cause they don't support, declined. Once you save your cash under the mattress like your grandma used to, forget it. In a cashless world, every dollar lives in their system and only work if they say it works. Sounds extreme? Look at China. The digital currency already controls millions. Step out of the line politically, and suddenly your money doesn't work for plane tickets, hotels, or even groceries. That's not theory, that's happening right now. But here is the scariest part. The digital dollar won't feel like prison at first. It will feel like gift, and that's how they will get you. They won't launch digital dollar in one dramatic moment. No, it will come quietly. First as a pilot program, just testing it, then as option just for convenience, and then before you know it, your employer pays you in digital dollars. Your bank account shifts automatically, and the cash in your wallet suddenly buys less, unless the stores stop accepting it altogether. You will look around and realize the switch already happened, and you never got a chance to vote. But here's the bigger danger. While you're focused on digital dollar, inflation is already eating your money alive. That $100 bill in your pocket today, in 10 years, it buys half as much. And while you're losing purchasing power, other nations are pulling away from the dollar, building systems that leave America isolated. It's a slow bleed that ends in a sudden collapse, but by the time people notice, it will be too late. Unless you take actions now, protect yourself before the switch flips. So, what can you do? You don't have the power to stop the Fed. You cannot stop the global rivals from attacking the dollar, but you can prepare. Diversify. Don't hold everything in cash. Look into assets that survive inflation. Real estate, commodities, even gold. Stay informed, because if you're the last one to notice the rule changed, you lose. And most importantly, ask questions. The people in power hope you never question them for what's happening. Here's my question to you. Would you actually trust digital dollar controlled 100% by the Fed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know exactly where you stand, and I'm reading every single reply. Hit that like button. The next video might be important to you. So that's it for this video, and I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, stay curious, stay safe, and adios.